So the word is that Mikey Garcia wants to fight Errol Spence Jr. this December. He wants to go up to welterweight, presumably, because Errol Spence sure as hell isn't going down another weight as big as he is at 147. Wants to go up there, and he obviously thinks he can take him to some degree, because fighters, especially fighters who are any kind of quality, especially world class, they're pretty cerebral to some degree, and fighters don't just willingly walk into walls. So Mikey Garcia must have spotted something, perhaps how Spence is a bit flat-footed, and he's fancying himself going, right, I think I can tactically out-hustle this guy, I can get away, I can probably outpoint him. That must be his understanding of this dangerous situation, otherwise he wouldn't even dare say it. Now he's saying people saying no spurs him on and wants him to actually attempt this crazy feat. But for me, it would be an absolute disaster for Mikey Garcia, who, having gone up to 140, super lightweight, light welter, hasn't looked quite as good as he has at lightweight, which is probably his prime poundage at the current stage of his career. If he was to go up to 147, where it'd be even a bit more pudgy around the midsection, and fight Errol Spence, who just loves hacking away at the body, I think that would just spell an absolute disaster there. Garcia is scheduled to fight Robert Easter Jr. pretty soon down at lightweight again. So for him to do that and then go up a couple of weights to welterweight, just geographically speaking there seems crazy. But then to go up and fight somebody as good and as strong and as big at the weight as Errol Spence, who's probably, if anything now, since Crawford's gone up, is technically underrated now, as Spence I think has become. He just hacks away, beats you down methodically. I think it would just be suicide, to put it bluntly, for Mikey Garcia. It's great that fighters want to jump up and go for greatness. I'm all for that. But there comes a point where you think, man, that's insane. And I know the fighter inside of each real fighter makes them want to go, no, I will prove you wrong, but that seems like a crazy idea. The problem we have here, of course, is would anyone want to see that? Would you want to see that fight? Or would you just think it's suicide? People now, of course, want to see Spence against Crawford. Crawford, who's just come up and easily relieved Jeff Horn. People want to see that one. They want to see that great unification. Crawford seems to be getting better as he goes up and up in weight. Spence, of course, is one of the main forces to be reckoned with at 147. Where does Mikey Garcia fit into that? He doesn't really. We want to see him probably beat Robert Easter Jr. and then possibly fight Lomachenko. You know, that's the super fight there in his demographic. Not Errol Spence, which seems like absolute craziness. Do you, do you think even Mikey Garcia could win that fight? Let me just entertain that one. But irrespective of that, does anybody want to see that fight possibly? Would anyone pay to see Mikey Garcia go up against Errol Spence? For me, I think that's crazy.